Okay, today we're going to have a look at rearranging, factorising and solving equations. In order to factorise an equation, it needs to be equal to 0 if I'm going to solve it. Now, this isn't equal to 0 because I've got 11a on this right hand side. So what we do is we need to remove that 11a. That's positive 11a, so to get rid of it I need to take it away from both sides. Like so. Now, on the right hand side, that cancels to leave us with just 0, which is what we wanted. On the left hand side, if I just write out in order of what I see, I've got a squared, I've got that 30, and I've got minus 11a. Now, we could solve it from here, but it's best to get into the habit of writing it out in a certain order. The order we want and we're looking for, and the order that we'll be used to seeing it in, is the a squared term comes first, then the term with the a in it, so minus 11a, and then the term that is just a number, so the plus 30, and that is equal to 0. So now we're able to factorise it, and we've got this rule. I need to find two numbers that multiply together to give me positive 30 and that add together to give me minus 11. So set up the two brackets. That's still equal to 0. Well, those two numbers are going to be minus 5 and minus 6. We haven't solved it yet though, because we haven't actually given the values of a that solve that equation. So either this has to be equal to 0 or this does. So for that to be the case, a has to either have a value of 5 or 6. Okay, so next one. Again, needs to be equal to 0 if I'm going to factorise it and solve it. So I need to move this over to the other side. So I get rid of minus 36 by adding 36 to both sides. As I do that, on the right hand side, that gets rid of that, which is what I wanted to do, leaving me with just the 0 that I need. And on the left hand side, it's going to leave me with c squared. Then I've got my 15c. And now I've got 36 on the end too. And that's the order that I want it in. I've got my squared term first, then I've got my term with a single piece of algebra, and I've got the number on the end. And that's the way that we're used to seeing it. So the next thing is to think, well, how am I going to get 36 from here? So we'll set out the brackets. I need two numbers that multiply together to give me 36 and add together to give me 15. Well, that's going to be 12 and 3, and they're both positive. So we'll go on to solve that. Either the first bracket is equal to 0 or the second one must be, so the solutions are going to be c is equal to either minus 12 or minus 3. Third example, slightly more difficult than the one that came before it, but not much so. You see the brackets, so first of all we're going to get rid of them. H times h and h times minus 4. That gives us h squared minus 4h plus 1, and that equals 6. Now, again, we need it to be equal to 0. So we've got to get rid of this 6 on the right hand side, so we'll do that by taking 6 away from both sides, which gets rid of that, which is what I wanted, leaving me with just 0. Now over here I've still got my h squared term, I've still got my minus 4h, but now I've got plus 1 minus 6, which is minus 5. So now it's ready to be factorised. I can put my two brackets in. So I need two numbers that multiply together to give me the -5 and add together to give me the -4. So that's going to be -5 and +1. So the solutions must be when h is 5 or it is -1. Final example, then you can have a go at some of these. Very similar questions to last time. So we'll remove the brackets to begin with. So t multiplied by t gives me t squared. T times -4 is -4t, and -14, that still equals t. So again, I need 0 on the right hand side to solve this, so we need to take away one lot of t from both sides. That will cancel my right hand side to leave me with nothing over there. And then on the left hand side I've got t squared minus 5 lots of t minus 14. And that's ready to be factorised. So to factorise it, I get myself the brackets. Two numbers that multiply together to give me the -14, add together to give me the -5. That's going to be -7 and +2. So the solutions are either going to be when t equals 7 or t is -2.